Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Railway Empire 2 where you're now witnessing the train entering Paris. I set this route up to Paris last episode because the competitor here right now, this dude, thought it was funny to make his way to Lille and Brussels, two cities that I was already inside of right now. And I thought, you know what, we'll go straight to the capital, baby. And we kind of did. We've come in, all guns blazing. And I believe we got multiple trains kind of coming in and out, right? We got a train here right now, which is it loading, unloading? What's it meant to be doing right now? It's now, oh, it's leaving for the first time. Nice. And do we have a train up here right now? I'm actually sure how many. I think we got 2 trains on this whole route altogether, which is quite exciting. Now, we also did some other expansions as well. We went from Amsterdam, to Eindhoven to Cologne to Frankfurt, which right now all we've got is a passenger route going back and forth on them. I need to get Amsterdam set up with some kind of wool and some cloth being made. Cologne with the grain, the wheat being delivered for the beer. And again, Frankfurt also produces cloth, and so we can bring the wool over here as well. So we've got a lot of stuff to do right now to kind of make extra money to make these industries grow, as well as trying to save up enough cash right now to try and buy out one of our competitors. Now, I was taking a look at the money we got coming in and out right now. If I go to our balance sheet, look at each quarter. Freight plus 1 milli, passengers plus 2 milli, mail plus 1 milli, production minus 1 milli. Now, we're losing a lot of money right now on some of our production buildings. Force Transport Inc. outstrips the competition. My value reaches 56 million. Because some of the industries I own aren't turning a profit, which I'm going to have to go through them right now and get rid of them. So I can start saving some sweet cash. But before we jump into that, though, we're going to try and get some of this stuff all set up. So, this train station here right now, check out the routes. We've only got one route coming in and out right now, which is the passenger route. So, we're going to create a new line and go from here to here. We're going to make sure that we go on this station. We're going to pick our freight train, and it's all good to go. Connect. The train tracks aren't going in the right directions, but hey ho. We'll quickly get that sorted. There we go. We now have the grain being delivered to Cologne to produce the beer. Now, we'll do the same thing over here in Amsterdam. Uh-oh.
Sabotage. That's just part of our game.
Wait, you sabotaged me? What do you mean? How did you sabotage me? What did you do? What did you do? Have you broken one of my trains? Oh, hold on. This track can neither be driven nor be edited until July the 8th, 1837. What did he do? That's bad news. That's bad news because it's one of my major lines. Right. How do I sabotage? I'm sure someone told me in the personnel section. Do I go right to the end? I think they said. You can look for a saboteur to damage your competitors. The more money you invest, the higher the quality of the saboteur and the faster the search will go. So if I didn't adjust the budget and just spent this, it would take 40 days, expected quality 1. Okay, that's the most I can spend, is nearly 500,000. 10 days, quality 5. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you get to choose who you sabotage, but someone's getting sabotaged right now. Right, anyway, we got to wait for the time to now pass by, right, don't we? So, building construction then. We're actually going to make less money this time, because we're now waiting for that track to be open, which is one of my major routes, and it's so annoying that has now happened. We'll bring in this. Now, it's not really going to go anywhere else, is it, Amsterdam? It's kind of locked and loaded to that direction. So we'll just simply do a nice little back and forth route, which will basically consist of one train. Build you. So there's no need to do anything too crazy on it. There to there. Choose you and confirm. Bam. That train is now going to be operational. So, that one I get it's good, so we can make a little bit of extra cash on that front. And then we got to do the same thing to Frankfurt. Now, there's not really a lot going on here. So we're going to keep it nice and simple with the train route. So you into there, build. You into here. And then connect in. Bam. We'll have to do this in a one-way system because it's connecting to double lines. I have to do this, whereas the Amsterdam one didn't have to kind of go like that because we connected directly to the station. So make sure we got the GM. Yeah. Confirm. Off we go. Load up, baby. Load up. Is it loading up? It's loading up, baby. Make some additional cash. So each 4 of these cities right now, Eindhoven already had the goods coming in. Now pretty much has the products being delivered for their basic industry. So what do we have to wait for again? Sorry, the 8th of July, which is now the 1st of July. I actually lost quite a bit of cash, but then again, I did spend quite a bit of cash.
For a train station in this town,
oh
don't
no!
You think?
Oh no! Where's he built now? Where's he built now? Oh my god! No! No! So he's built a train station all the way to Eindhoven, but because I have my train tracks here, he's decided to go the long way round. New sabotage. Joe Young is ready. Joe! How do I do this? So, Joe Young. Your sabotage at your disposal. You use them by selecting the an asset. Oh! Okay. Okay. Right, okay. Sweet. We'll come back to that in just a minute. So he's gone the long way around, which is going to be a really, really expensive trip. So for him, he looks like he's going from Dijon to Eindhoven, which is a short journey, but he's made it really, really long, which one has probably cost him an absolute fortune, and it's going to cost him an absolute fortune in upkeep to travel that distance. I can see there's a train already here right now, and a train station. This is for cargo. So he was technically on this way anyway. He could obviously he could branch off this a lot, which is the annoying bit, which means I now have to then bridge over him. That is so annoying. I'm so annoyed with this dude right now. I'm going to sabotage him. So, where do we do it? Where shall we attempt it? I reckon we attempt it on Paris. So, if I wanted to oof Paris right now, how do I go about doing it? Do I just oof the train station? Would you like to test your sabotage in train station? It's probably succeed with a 90% probability. If successful, the train station will not be able to load wagons for 20 days. Sabotage successful. Boom. He cannot load wagons for 20 days. Ha! Right. Okay. Well, I mean, it's only a small drop in the water for how much he's now annoyed me. It is nothing compared to what he's now done towards me. Oh, I am not happy. I am not happy. So, we need more cash coming in, which means, oh, July's passed. Look at the backlog I've got in trains right now. Now, this is the great thing about not having one of those gridiron things, is because we have multiple platforms, we can allow multiple trains to all lead in at once. So that kind of works out fairly well. Right, how do I view the industries that I own? So, goods, flow of goods. Oh, this is something that I didn't know or see before. Right, I'll come back to that in just a moment. How do I know what industries I currently own? Engine shed, multiplayer, city list, owned businesses. Aha! So obviously we'll go for each one. We'll start at the top. Now this one we're losing vast amounts of money for, and this one is in London, the brewery here. So I am going to... I can't resize it. It's already a maximum level. I don't want to demolish it, but at the same time I don't want to own it. So what if I reduced it down in size? To reduce the upkeep of it. This brewery, we're losing cash. This one making money, losing money on the fashion industry in London right now. I think all the London ones are kind of currently capped out, aren't they? Oh, do you know what it could actually be? Because we've been backlogged here, it could have caused some problems for my London industries and why they haven't been able to sell. Okay, scrap the London industries for now. We're losing so much money on the Fletcher Ranch over here. Return the Fletcher Ranch. Yes. I've lost 4.4 million in its lifetime. Unbelievable. Meat industry in Birmingham making a profit. Meat industry over in Liverpool right now. So you have to demolish it. I don't want to demolish it. But this could be because I need to level it up. So we'll level this one up and see what happens. Oh, it needs to be 40,000 residents. Okay. The logging company over here, we're making profit. Sawmills, not that much. You're losing money. Where's this? Right, I'm going to return this farm. We'll return it. It's something I don't have to then spend any money on. Ooh, kind of half and half with that one. So we'll leave it like that. Okay, so that will save us a few pennies here and there, but ultimately not too much. I gotta wait for the London ones to fully grow again and sell those goods. Oh, we need oh, wrong button. I need the supply towers on there, and then we're gonna need it one just here. There we go. There we go. Now, because this here is going to be delivering quite a bit, I'm going to buy this one for myself and hopefully turn a profit on this.
If no one else bids, it's easy to win.
Leave me alone. I won't buy these because we've got two on the ends and I don't know how that's going to go. So we'll kind of leave it as that for now. I can't believe it. I can see why he wanted to go to Eindhoven because he was going to go Lille to Brussels, then Eindhoven was the next one. But rather than build above me or below me or whatever, he's decided to go completely around me. And that's even more annoying. It really is. I am annoyed by that. I am slightly annoyed. Has Paris come back to life yet? I think so. It didn't cause too many problems for him.
A formidable example of how not to do it. Yeah.
What has he done now? What has he done now? He hasn't sabotaged me again, has he? No. Right. I'm gonna get another saboteur. And I'm gonna try and break one of his lines so it just stops, you know, a lot of trains in a lot of directions. I have to do it on one of the V's. Pretty much. Okay. Okay. I know we had problems with York trying to grow this because the beer industry is probably, you know, is down on its knees. But I'm trying to kind of solve and do stuff in like different areas, and I'm kind of spreading myself thin ever so slightly. Now, we would have lost a little bit of money on that last quarter compared to the new one because of the saboteur that came in. Bit of a pain. But we got some money back on selling some of those businesses, which I'm hoping it now reduces my production loss. Now, how is this doing? This is kind of ticking along quite nicely. This is ticking along quite nicely. I could buy some of the businesses that, like, the competitors using. Like, the utilization is high, so meaning he's selling a lot. Now, if I go to buy this building, I will be in a bidding war.
Nobody wanted this junk but you.
Okay, we'll see. So, they're requesting the beer. Or the wheat. Paris requests it anyway, but it comes from over there. But let's just see what happens, because I could always return the farm. I mean, it does mean that I lose out on $1 million, but, you know. So a lot of stuff goes on with the trains coming back and forth on this route here. So let's sabotage here. Boom. It is now out of use. So we'll make some money off this one. Not a million. Enough millions to do anything. And I think, do you know what? It was probably a bad idea to buy this. I'm going to return it. $1 million lost. $1 million spent. Forget buying our competitors' industries right now. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. We'll leave it as that. So let me go to the companies anyway. Because our competitor here, 200,000, slowly climbing up. We'll try and buy some more shares here. And can I buy... I can buy 20 odd. So I now own 55% of his company. Yes, please. Now, we need to make more cash, right? So we need to get more cities and stations connected up. Now, everything pretty much produces the same. How is London now doing now? Are we seeing any differences on these industries? Profit per week is still all negative. This train station has a warehouse which we can't transfer goods between lines. But then again, it doesn't really matter because the lines are coming here like that anyway. But I'll put on it clothing, wood, and beer. Which I don't know why we're producing beer. We could go for like a different industry altogether and get rid of the beer. But we are bringing wheat in already. Now, I don't want to buy that. What could I produce? What is another city nearby? Like Oxford or Birmingham. They're both of a certain level to accept a certain type of good. Salt. Salt. What about Oxford? Could also take salt. Now, what do you need to produce salt? So if I get rid of the beer industry, which is losing vast amounts of money, because maybe York could come into play at that point. To create an industry that produces, for example, salt, I don't think that's a thing that you can make, is it? I think salt is just an ingredient or an object or whatever it is. Where do you even get salt from? That's milk. That's sugar. Where do you get salt from? Ah, salt's over there. It's just going to be an ingredient to a product, isn't it? So, there's a company... Well, there's an industry here that wants ceramics, which means bringing in coal and clay. There's clay there. There's not really any coal nearby for London. It's over here, but it's going to be quite the journey to bring the goods down. Anything on the continent I can kind of bring in? There's some over here. But again, a little bit of a pain. A little bit of a pain right now. So, furniture-wise, I think we are producing furniture. Where are we producing furniture? Do I own said industry that produces furniture? No. I could produce furniture in London. Now, Oxford can accept it. Birmingham can accept it. And then how? Let me get to a city that can't accept it. 75,000 citizens. So let's build a furniture industry, which would then use the planks of wood. Wouldn't it? Yes, it would. So furniture, bam, thrown in. So let's see how this does then. So this should, like I said, use some of the planks from the industry in general. Now, the lines that tear through here, if I edit the line, they pick up what's required. But we are pretty much full in London right now. This is a passenger route. This is a cargo route. So let's see what this cargo route picks up. This is Birmingham to Dover, which passes through Oxford and London. So it doesn't really pick up much. Doesn't really pick up much right now. But then again, it is going to Dover, so that makes sense. So that route is the Birmingham to Dover cargo route. And that is using the same platform as the Birmingham to Dover passenger route. No, it's not. It shouldn't be. What is that train waiting for? Okay, now it's moving in. I want to see what this train picks up. I guess right now, multiple multiple trains coming in. So this is beer for Birmingham, beer for Oxford. Picking up clothing, finally. Goods are being picked up. Planks of wood. Deliveries. There's 8 trains on this route as well. Is that excessive? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Now, we need planks in here. We should have planks stored, obviously. Which will then get produced by the furniture company, which the production is slightly going up. Making money. Losing money. But we should see this increase now. We're starting to use planks for this. And then the clothing is just clothing. It is what it is. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on it and see how we kind of get on. Now, I'm assuming these guys are back in business, right? Yeah, but they've still got backlogs. This is what I don't like about the gridions. The gridirons, we want to call them. Is look at the backlog in trains for that company now. Coming down. Train, 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 train. Whereas if they did what I do... Now, granted, I still do have backlogs here and there. But because I split them into multiple platforms on the same line... They can just all bring them in unless you got a breakdown. And it blocks everything going up. But yeah, interesting.
Meine Güte. You should invest a little more in the maintenance of your trains.
Leave me alone. This is bullying. I really want to buy that dude's company because he's the one who kind of roasts me the most. You know what I mean? So I could try and buy some more. Once you own 100% of your company, then you can automatically receive all your company all company surplus. But you can also perform a merger or to dissolve the company. So I could buy another 10 shares at that current price and own 65% of his company. Now, the dude in question, I'm buying this company over here, the yellow one. That's what I'm slowly, like, buying into. That's what I'm slowly buying. He's got a train over here as well. It's a shame you can't see how the train companies reform. Now, how does this work in terms of me... building over here, because I eventually wanted to expand further down, but he's going to make it quite difficult for me. I've built that London route just for this London route, the Paris route, just for the sake of Paris to Lille. Waiting to deploy. Slow to water supply. We have a supply tower somewhere. It's just there. Did you miss the supply tower? I'll build another one close by. Just so you can get the goods straight away. But does this make any cash? Well, I don't think this route's even actually left, does it? Is this train okay? That was a weird one, wasn't it? I'm not actually sure what's going on with that. Right, this train should be able to leave, right? Right, you can now go. And where's the second one? Does it spawn over here? Or does it spawn after that one's gone? Because that train's now out of here. Yeah, there's another train waiting to deploy. Interesting. Very interesting. So... how are we doing in London right now with these industries? So the furniture one is making money. Wooden plank one? You know what I mean? I might need to reduce it in size. Because we're definitely not utilizing as much as you would hope. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. Right, how are we doing on the quarters anyway? Is more money coming in? 4.8. Okay, it's probably the better one we've seen in quite some time since that quarter. The production has gone down to 1.4, but obviously this quarter's not over yet. So we're going to have to push it then to try and make some more cash. So we're going to need some more train stations underway, right? We really are. So I think Frankfurt train station needs a maintenance depot unless it's already got one. Yep. So where are we expanding next then? Where do we expand next? Where do we take some passengers away? Now, any cities looking big that we're not connected to, you can't sort it. You can't sort it by the size of the city. But Brunn, where's that? It's over here. So obviously any city that's pretty decent is already going to be worked on. I could keep it all kind of simple and kind of then think about going into Ireland. That keeps things a little bit simple, doesn't it? And what I could do is set up a loop, an Irish loop. I could set up the Irish loop, boys. And have Belfast go directly over into Carlisle. The Irish loop. Now that sounds interesting. And what I mean by that is we just do one big loop going around. Or then I could do I could do two loops going backwards.
A breakdown. You should really keep your trains in better shape.
Leave me alone, you damn bully. So if I did that then, that would be quite interesting. And then have the bridge connection to Carlisle there, which would go down to York. Are we selling any beer now that I got rid of the brewery in London? The answer's no. So, yeah. That breakdown is a problem for all my trains right now, which is now moving. Backed everybody up. Right. Let's do this Irish loop. And now don't get triggered because I'm including Belfast as Ireland. I know it's the Northern Ireland. You know, just get a grip, okay? So I'm going to start here.
The choice of location for your station does not seem plausible to me.
Well, you haven't seen what I'm doing yet, have you, you damn noob? You haven't seen what I'm meant to be doing. Now, I can't build another station until that one's connected. The only problem is I can't connect that one until I've got a connection. So I might have to do the Belfast one first and build the connecting bridge. Right, okay, so we'll have to do it like this. And then track constructions. So we'll go to here. Build. Because I need to do the little V. Well, not the V. You know how I do my little connections like this? Now, this will be an important gateway to the rest of the empire. So the reason I want to do the whole of Ireland is because I have the benefit of nobody else being near me over here. So I could take up the whole of Ireland for myself. It is a very, very strategic and important area in terms of making money. So how can we lead this over? So if I went to there. It's a case of how juicy do I want to make this look. If I connected it directly, if I went directly to over here, it shows us not the best route, but it gives us a route. Okay, it gives us a route. Now the majority of it wants to be underground, but you can't connect tunnels of that length. So what if we kind of came around the edge here slightly? Well, you could build that for 2.2 milli. No questions asked. But we can also fine-tune it slightly. Now, that's to do it with no gradients. That's to do it with no gradients at all. Now, is it worth the 2.2 milli to have 0 gradients apart from over here? There we go. I'll go there for 2 million. I'm doing it. I don't care what anybody says right now. Your boy's doing it. Now, to follow up on that and have the other one going in the opposite direction, 300,000. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Those prices. Shockingly good. Well, the crisscross is in question is now done. And what we'll do, that route that goes from York to Carlisle, we'll extend it to Belfast. Now, I know that route was going to go all the way up here into Scotland, but I can also have from Belfast go into Scotland as well, so you can kind of switch it out and play around with it. So, let's just get this now up and running. There we go. There we go. Right. Very good, very good. It's quite a long distance, so our, you know, Firefly trains are going to be steaming full force, aren't they? Okay, so we're going to have to throw a... I'm going to probably do a couple of supply towers right now. So do one there. And then we'll do one just there. We'll turn Belfast into a maintenance depot as well, as that will be the end route for many of them. So maintenance depot, build you in. Very good. And then the route that goes through Carlisle, we're going to edit this. So after York, because York, well, Carlisle, York, back to Carlisle, to Belfast, and then back to Carlisle again. And at the minute, it's going to contain all of the... Oh, this is interesting now. Do I force this to be passenger route only?
Here's what I found.
Get out of here, Siri. I'm not talking to you. So Carlisle here. Uno 1. York. Yeah, keep it on there, it's fine. Carlisle on the way back. Belfast, we'll use number 8. Confirm. And we'll do... I'll do 3 trains now. Even though it's not going to be worth anything or do not really make any cash, it's for the future, so I ain't got to do it on the way back. Alright, that's all connected. That's all good to go. So, we're now officially in Northern Ireland. We are now officially in Northern Ireland. So now, we've got to try and create the Irish loop. Right? And this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun right now to try and get this all in. So let's build the tracks to begin with. So, train station.
A breakdown! You should really keep your trains in better shape.
Leave me alone. Build you here. Now we've got to try and get that connected into Belfast. So that's what I'll do first because of the gradients of all of this. So we'll bring this to here. To over there. All the way in to there. Now it's a very, very long route, which includes minimal gradients, hopefully. A little bit of a bridge, kind of get over to there. So I need to do a turn off here to go down towards, where is it? Dublin, just there. So build that. We'll extend the track line on this one. And then we've got to get all this also connected to as well before the tunnel. Right, bringing this round. So if I ever needed these, the way that I set these stations up more than ever, it's right now with this Irish loop. And then the old crisscross before the tunnel. And then sort out the Belfast side of it. There we go. And then Chrissy Crossy, Apple Saucy. Well, that's done. So the annoying thing is you can't build multiple stations. You've got to build a station, connect it to be able to build the next station. So now we move on to the next one. And that will be... So you've got Dublin or Galway right now. So Galway will be pretty easy to do. I think, yeah, we'll go Galway and work our way around. Is it Galway or Galway? You know, Ed Sheeran song, My Galway Girl. I don't know if he calls it Galway for the sake of rhyming. I don't know. Right, bring you in there. So how does this look right now? I'm not into the whole gotta make it work like this, and this. Look good. I'm not into that at the minute. I just want to get it done. Alright, bam, bam, bam. So I build you like that. And then we've got to do all the V stuff again now. So, bam, bam. 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 There we go. Oh, and the crisscross. This is the one thing I always forget to do. Is the crisscross. Right, that's done there. Now the whole of this one is taking place on a bend. Which has got to be a little bit longer than normal on that one. Because of the bend. There we go. And the crisscross. So that's now done. We're bringing it straight down here and then back this way. This I might have to bring it this way around because that mountain's a bit too crazy. And then we'll V it into there. So Belfast and what city's down here, by the way? Pause. Cork. So Belfast and Cork are the only probably stations that are going to be an end platform for that loop. If that makes any sense. They come in to go out rather than passing through. But then again, I could make Cork pass through as well. I just have to bring it down, turn it in that way. Yeah. Okay. It'll probably only be Belfast then. That's like that. So train station. Next one. La di da di da.
I like that station. Good luck with it.
Don't you touch that station, okay? Don't you dare touch that station right now. Right. So this is going to be interesting right now. I'm going to have to almost do 90-degree bends. So if I go to there with you, and then I've got to then get it connected. Or which side did I do it on? I did it on the right-hand side. So it's the right side train track in the center. And yes. I don't like the idea of the bridges. So reduce those heavily. That's going to cost us 400,000 big ones.
Hey, you have completed this task.
Thank you very much. I don't know what task that was, but build you. So what task was that then? Connect 44 train stations to your railway network. Nice. Okay. So now we're going to try and get all this situated. And then same again on this one. Crisscross. There we go. That side's done. So it's two more cities to now connect after we just kind of completed this. Right, that's now all done. I'm now pretty much good to go. This train going back and forth right now, does it make money? Surprisingly, yes. Okay, that's great to hear. But now we have the Irish loop ready to rock and roll. So let's create a new line then. So we'll go from Belfast to Sligo, something like that. Galway, Cork, Waterford, Dublin, and then back to Belfast it goes. Now, we're going to do 2 routes, right? The first one will be completely and purely passenger. It's going to be quite a tasty route, boys. Tasty. So Belfast, we'll use number 1. We'll do 1s on all of these. There we go. Confirm that. We can use the Firefly because it's the express passenger route. And we'll do a dining car as well. And we'll do... We'll do 8. It's a lot, isn't it? But look at the sheer size of this loop. And confirm that. Very expensive. Very expensive. Now, we'll also use Cork as a maintenance depot as well. So, maintenance depot, throw you in. And then we are going to need supply towers on each of these sections. To maximize the runtime of these trains. There we go. So nicely placed about. There we go. Wonderful. So Belfast to Dublin route. Now we'll quickly rename this to our pass. Confirm that. And then we'll copy the line.
Meine Güte, you should invest a little more in the maintenance of your trains.
Call this our cargo. Now this one does the opposite. Now we'll make it stop at number 2 on each one. Number in Cork, number 2. Bam. Waterford, number 2. Dublin. Now, we probably won't see as much usage out of this one compared to the other one. Because we don't really have the cargo areas up and running just yet. Now, this is going to require probably 8 trains as well. And we'll get rid of the dining car. I can choose the caboose. As a positive maintenance required, the refrigerated cart for refrigerated goods. Might as well. Confirm. So they're also running on the same tracks, but they enter at a different station. Now, our first train, passenger train, is already on the way down to Cork, believe it or not. So that should all of a sudden have a huge increase in revenue for us. Now this line here, it's only passenger. I need to then copy that line to put on the freight, and then to make sure, there we go. Go number 1 there. Carlisle. Belfast, number 3. And we'll throw 2 trains on that one. So that's the cargo between Belfast to York, which will hopefully switch the goods over. And I think in here we also then need to maybe think about doing a warehouse to switch over the goods on this line. So beer. What else would we need to go to York? Wheat, and we'll do wool. They're like the 4 main components and ingredients to every city's basic industry. So that should work out well. We have our Irish loop underway. Now, there's one of the trains. Oh, I didn't do the directions. Alright, there we go. Tell them what side of the track they need to be on. There we go. So, and now the rest of the trains are now coming out. I think that little bit of confusion in the direction of the train tracks may have slightly confused them. There's a train just there. It's being serviced, baby. So I just got to wait for this now and get at them, right? Maintenance is being sorted out. It's now loading up. Off it goes. So there's the Carlisle one. That's another train that's been spawned in. Waiting for another train to now appear. There we go. Got all the meats on, baby. Meat for Galway. So that's going straight to Galway, which means Sligo right now is going to kind of lose out slightly. But that's why we got multiple trains on these runs. And that is why we got multiple trains on. So Dublin's grown already. Whew. Now I'm not saying that's going to then make, you know, York pick up their goods. But this is our freight train. Which has literally no demand on it whatsoever still. To this day. But it's just one of those things, boys. It's just one of those things. You gotta suck it up and get through it. So, forget this for an hour then. Company money is definitely coming in right now, and we're gonna hopefully see a greater increase. We're closing in on 6 million on an income on our quarter, which is really, really good to see. We've really reduced our production as well, so definitely moving things out and about. And our valuation, we've added an extra 200,000 to our stock value this episode alone. So we'll try and buy some more goods then, or some more shares. We can buy another 10, where we now own 70% of that dude's company. His stock value is now more than this one. Now that's either going to be because he's found a little tweak in the system and he's now making more cash, or whether this dude spread himself that thin with that big loop, he's now instantly regretting it. I don't know. Or it could be the case that I keep buying that dude's stock, it's inflating the price. That could be the other thing as well. But it'll take a while to see all the trains fully out and about right now, but we are making more cash than we've ever done before. And it's slightly terrifying. Slightly terrifying. But until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.